we're going to talk about writing task 2 again. So first of all, let's talk about different types of task 2 because we have different questions. Essay question in task 2. Yeah, of course, we studied and we practiced writing task 1 and also task 2, but here we have different types of questions that we need to study. You may face one of them in your IELTS test. So first of all, let's get started with, okay, let me share my screen. Okay, well, so let's get started with questions, different questions, essay questions in task 2. So first of all, maybe the most, we can say common, is, so number 1, agree, disagree. Opinion, essay. So this is the first one. And after that, we have advantage. So I list them from the beginning, maybe the most common to the least. Okay, so one by one. Okay. Solution. And number 4. Direction. And and as I remember, okay, opinion, discussion, yeah, direct, okay, 7. For example, positive or negative development. This is really common that we normally have it. Okay. It's 2 questions. Okay, well, and that's it. So as you can see, different types of questions. Okay, and now we're going to talk about, so I remember that we discussed agree, disagree, advantage, disadvantage, and 2 question essay, I remember. So, and now we can choose one of these actually topics and one of these categories, and we can discuss them. So I think we can get started with, did we discuss cause and solution?
Yeah.
Cause and solution. Did we practice cause and solution essays or no?
Not yet.
Okay, not this. So let's get started because I remember that we talked about agree, disagree, advantage, disadvantage, and 2 question essay. But here,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, and let's choose maybe a common topic. So that is crime and punishment, especially in cause and solution essay. We have crime and punishment. So let's talk about it. Okay, let me write a question on the board and talk about it. Many offenders commit more crimes serving first punishment. Why is this happening? What measures so what is the cause and what can we do? Cause and solution essay. So first of all, let's talk about it. And after that, of course, we can write our essay. So tell me, first of all, what do you think? Do you have any idea about this question?
What is happening?
Yeah.
What is offenders, teacher?
People who do something against the law. Offender. Another word, criminal, because we have crime here. So because of this, maybe the examiner didn't want to write criminal commit more crime. So because of this, they use offenders, but you can also say criminal. Someone who does something against the law, breaks the law. So do you have any idea about it?
I think because it's not logical, because when they have their first punishment, they will be I think that they will lead a more more good lifestyle.
Oh, you think it's not logical, but it is because this is our question, so it is. So yeah, maybe, so we can talk about it. Here, actually, we can't express our opinion because it's not opinion essay. So we need to talk about cause and solution. So what is the reason why? And then, of course, we can talk about the ways that we can tackle this problem, okay, or this issue. Well, okay, first of all, let's talk about the structure of these type of essays. Do you remember that we discussed the structure, how to write essays in task 2? Do you remember? How many paragraphs do we have? How to write them?
4. I remember the
4.
4. Yes.
Okay, and okay, how to write what paragraph do you remember?
Introduction, overview, and two body.
Yeah, of course, very good. And tell me, do we have, you said overview in task 2? In task 2, overview of what?
No,
Yeah,
no.
there is no
Uh,
visual
in
here.
if in task 2, I think the structure will be introduction, two bodies,
Of
and
course, and
conclusion.
conclusion, of course. So in task 2, we have conclusion. So here we have the first one, introduction, and as I told you before, it's the same for all different types of tasks. So we have the paraphrase of question, and after that, yeah, we have main bodies. First of all, for example, of course, in different types of tasks, we have different main bodies. For example, in this one, this part that is cause and solution. First of all, we need to state the problem. What is actually the cause and explain it. And after that, if there is one or more, so you need to explain and don't forget about giving example. After that, okay, now I have main body paragraph 2. It's time to state my solution. Okay, what is solution? So if I have 1 or 2, okay, and don't forget about giving example. And finally, conclusion. Conclusion is somehow a summary of my main points that I stated in my essay. So here, we're gonna talk about them. So let me type on the board. So we have introduction,
Yes.
main body 1, main body 2, and the last one, conclusion. Okay, so let's talk about it. The really important thing here about this type of essay is that, don't forget, you shouldn't mix your information all in one paragraph. Coherence, cohesion, that's really important, but you don't need to mix all the information and put all information in one paragraph. Just try to separate them, divide them into different categories, and then explain them so that your essay will be clear.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so let's talk about this. Many offenders commit more crimes after serving the first punishment. So why it's happening? Yeah, of course, when people leave prison, maybe they commit another crime. So, but what is actually maybe the first reason? What do you think? It can be because of, I don't know, lack of position to work. So they don't have anything to do. So they need to earn money to live. So maybe. So what do you think?
I think that sometimes it will be police. No, no, no. The police mistake that they accused somebody does, and they aren't criminals.
Yeah, of course. Actually, we are not talking about all. Maybe some of them. Some criminals, after leaving prison, commit not something like crimes. But why? Maybe they need money, and maybe society doesn't accept them. Do you agree?
Yeah. What is mean
Oh.
detail?
So, for example, when, okay, you are a criminal. Now
Yeah.
you are out of your, okay, you got your sentence, you got your punishments, okay, and now you're free. If
Yeah.
society, if people accept you as a normal person, no. If
No.
you have a good job to do, so for example, to earn your money, maybe no, especially depending on the crime that you committed. So maybe we can discuss these two, okay? First of all, it's time to, of course, it's time to write a good introduction, okay? Well, let's underline my keywords. Many offenders commit, serving, punishment. Okay, so let's see what words can we use to write our introduction again. You help me.
Many. Oh no. I think it's that plenty of criminals.
Yeah, plenty. Okay, criminals. Yeah, we can say, okay. Yeah, it's okay. So I say many, a large number. As you said, for example, plenty of. So, but a large number is, I think, better here. So let's write a large number of, okay, offenders, criminals. So commit more crimes after serving their first punishment. Serving their first punishment. I can say a large number of criminals who, for example, serve their first prison sentence. Sentence means punishment. Okay, so their first prison sentence. Okay, now commit more crimes. We can say leave prison only to reoffend. Okay, what is the meaning of reoffend? It means to do it again. Okay, because, you know, as you can see, commit more crimes, it means offend, as you know, means to commit another crime. So reoffend means to commit another crime. Okay,
Yes.
is it okay, you think?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So this is the paraphrase of my question. But here, okay, I need to write more. But what I think, maybe it's because of difficulties, okay, finding regular employment once released, once they are free. So of course they can't find a good job. So we can say, this is my opinion. So in my introduction, I can briefly state what I think. So I can say, this is mainly because maybe of difficulty finding regular job or employment once released. So I think this one. Now, I can say the last one, there are maybe a few or a number of solutions which should be, okay, should be what? Should be taken to tackle. So how to say, how to paraphrase this? Are you doing something? Are you doing something? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Are you doing?
I
Are
just
you doing
thought
something?
I just dropped my pen.
Ah, okay. I think you are not in mood today. Why? Because you normally are more energetic. So tell me why. Because it's Sunday, it's morning for you.
No, I didn't know.
Ah,
Yes.
that's really important. You know, I know you. I'm teacher. I know you. I know you. So tell me, what happened to you? Why you're not happy today? You are not like, you know, energetic like always.
No,
Because, you know, yeah, you know,
it's
you
no
normally ask lots of questions about, okay, teacher, what can we do to write this? Or for example, but now it's like, just do it. So what's going on?
yeah,
Okay, so just if you let me say something that's really important, how you feel, okay, in a class. So that's really important. If you would like to do something else, like for example, speaking task, or for example, you think that okay, you are not in mood to focus on writing, just tell me, and no matter, okay, we can move on
yeah.
to a new topic or new section, okay?
I think that's can we move on speaking? Yes.
Of course, yes. Of course, yes. Why not? Just
Yes, yes.
let me say something. The purpose of taking any courses is to learn. And the most important thing to learn and to study is to be motivated, is to be energetic, happy. So that's really important to be satisfied with what you learn. Okay, sometimes we
Yeah.
are not in mood to focus on writing because I don't like it as well. Speaking is better. We can talk, especially in the morning. So why not? Just let me complete this actually part and after that we will move, okay?
Yes,
So
yes.
just, okay. Now the last part, I need to paraphrase the rest of my question. Okay, instead of saying should be taken, okay, I can say should be implemented. Implement means accomplish, means do, okay? To, okay, tackle, deal with criminals who offended, okay, this problem. So this is my introduction and that's it. I easily paraphrase my question and that's it. Just, don't forget about, let me say something about this task. You can just briefly, maybe one line, state what you think. What is the main issue, maybe the main problem, the main cause, and after that you will discuss it. Okay, so we skip this part. Later, we can next session, we can talk about this. Just don't forget about the topic that we are discussing now for the next session. And after that, we will do it again. Okay, so let's talk about speaking. Just let me find a good topic for speaking. Okay. And let me say something. Every session we discuss one topic of speaking IELTS. I want you to make some notes to know the topic that we discuss so
Yes.
that we know that how many topics, because there are some common topics that I try to discuss one by one. And I want you to know, and for example, the next session, we can get started with a new topic. Well, I think we discussed technology, we discussed health, uh,
What's health?
health and fitness. Yes, health and fitness. Do we?
I, I didn't remember.
Okay, no worries. So, uh, let's, did we talk about environment and environmental issues?
Um, yes, maybe yes. Okay.
Can you check? Okay. How about the weather? Did we discuss the weather?
Yes, yes, definitely.
Okay. Okay. Well, and let me find something else to, okay. Did we discuss family, questions related to family?
Maybe a long time ago.
A long time ago. So if I ask you a question related to family, can you answer, you think? Let's let's try. Okay, so okay, tell me about your immediate family. How many people are there in immediate family? Who do you,
There are four people in my immediately. That's me, my younger brothers, and my parents. I am a boarding student in Nguyễn Khuyến Secondary School, and my younger brother is a 6 year student, um, also in Nguyễn Khuyến School, and my parents, both of them are in the like um, both of them work for governments. Yes.
yeah, okay. So just for this question, That was really good. But as you know, we have different questions related to family for part one, and we have limited time to answer. So when you want to answer this question, how many people are there in your immediate family? You don't need to give some details about the education or, for example, something like this. Just, yeah, okay, 4 people, 5 people make up my immediate family, including my dad, my mom, my brother, younger brother. Okay, and we all live together. Okay, just this. If someone moved away, you can mention, for example, okay, my older brother moved away due to his job or something like this. If no, maybe 1 or 2 lines are enough. Okay, well, I think you can answer this question. Just you need to remember what I told you. For example, it's not good. It's too basic to be used. So there are
Yes.
4 people, okay? Maybe examiner asks you a question including are there, or there are, but you shouldn't answer using the same word. So as I told you, 4 people, 5 people make up my immediate family. That is, there are 4 people in my immediate family. So that's really important how to use them. Okay, well, so let's talk about home and accommodation. So I think we didn't discuss. Agree?
Home and accommodation.
Yeah?
Yes.
Wait a
Yes.
moment
Okay.
to find my question. Let's see if you can answer or no. Okay. Well, so let's get started. My first question just, okay. My first question, speaking part one, okay, what kind of property do you live in?
I live in a 2 stories house, which located in um, HoangNT district in Bình Phước province, and yes, that's a quite nice town, and I love my town and my homes a lot.
Yeah, okay, very good. And is that bought accommodation or rented?
Yeah.
Bought accommodation or rented? Okay, let me just find room to. Okay, well, so when it comes to accommodation, you can have, of course, your answer was good, but if you want, you have more alternative to use. So the first one, accommodation can be a bought accommodation. That is a place you own. Or it can be a rented accommodation, a place you rent. So, okay. So you can live in for example, rented 2-story house, okay? Or maybe it can be your own. So you can mention, if no, it's okay. Well, and uh, when you moved, so I want to know, first of all, when did you move to this house? And tell me,
Uh,
when you moved, it was fully furnished or semi-furnished?
mm, I I settled on this house since I was in, as I remember, I'm in grade one. That means that 11 years ago. And when I got to this home, I'm gonna say that there is no furniture. Yes,
Yeah.
and after we moved to a few months, my mom have bought like a lot of furniture and fill in this.
Yeah, okay, so very good. You can say when the question is asked that how long have you lived, or for example, when did you move? You can use the verb move in. So move in. I just, just pay attention that when you say I moved in, for example, when I was in grade first, okay, and I think I've been there for about, okay, now, or it's been about nearly, I don't know, 10 years, 20 years. Okay, so you can say, so it's been, so I moved in, okay, I remember, I think when I was in first grade. So I think it's been about maybe 10 years. Okay. So you can
Yes.
say something like this. Well, okay. And do you plan to live there for a long time?
But but teacher,
Yes,
I
dear.
can I say that I settle on this house.
Okay. So of course you use, I only said that you can, okay, just settle on, just pay attention how to use this. Okay. Uh, when you settle on something, okay, it can be, you know, the meaning, one actually use of it to make a final decision about something can be, okay, or to accept. For example, you can settle on a name for a baby, okay? So, for example, we want to buy a house, but if we can't afford, okay, we need to, for example, we settle on apartments, okay? But here, settle on is really different. So, I think when you want to use some words, okay, that have different meaning, especially when you are using like settle on something, okay? So that's really
Yes.
important how to use. So for example, yes, if it can be used as set, as decide, as fix, okay? But it's better to use another word with actually less and the least risk, okay? For example, when you settle on someone, okay? Another one. For example, if you give money to someone, you can use it. So it's really important how to, okay? So normally, um, I think it's better not to use, okay?
Yes.
But there are, if you want to use the verb settle, okay, you can say settle into. So prepositions. As I told you, the use of verb, okay, is really important, especially about phrasal verbs, because one preposition can change the whole meaning of the word. So settle on, no. Okay, I settle into somewhere. It's okay. You can use it. And you can use as when you feel, become comfortable in a place or doing activities, yeah, it's okay. You can use it to settle into. But do you want me to write, all prepositions? It's not bad to have, okay,
Yeah.
them. Yeah, okay. Well, so let me type them. And then, first of all, settle down to something. Settle for something. Settle in, okay,
Yeah.
or settle into somewhere or something. Settle on. Settle on or open. Again, something. Let me think. Okay. We have an idiom. Settle the score or settle up. Let me write. Settle up. Okay. And two idioms. The first one, settle the score. And the second one, settle your effort. Okay, now let's talk about them one by one. So the first one, settle down to something. When you settle down to something, you give all your attention to something you're doing. For example, when the work was done, we settled down to, for example, I don't know, to meal. It means we did it, and now it's time to pay careful attention to cook something. Okay, so settle down to something. It means to give all of your attention to something you are doing. Okay, it's your turn. Make a sentence using settle down to.
Mm. I settled down to the upcoming IELTS exam.
Yeah, okay, of course. Of course, just after to. Because it's preposition to, you can use noun. If you want to use verb, base form, you know that. Okay, because this is to, and after to we use infinitive or a noun. To my, okay, so I'm going to settle down to my IELTS exam. Of course, yes, very good. Well, the next one, okay, settle for something. When you settle for something, it means you accept or agree to something. Or for example, you decide to have something, okay?
Yeah.
Maybe it's not the best for you. Maybe it's not exactly what you want, but it's okay. For example, I don't know. I was hoping to sell my car for, I don't know, $3,000, but I settled for 1,000. It means
Yeah.
it wasn't something that I wanted, but that was okay. So let me write it here. For means to accept or agree to something, okay, or decide, although it's not exactly what you want, okay, or it's not the best. Okay, let's do an example. It's your turn. For example,
This,
and you can use negative in addition, so you can use negative form. For example, I don't know, I
um,
want full
yeah, yeah.
refund. Yeah.
Uh, I settle for football instead of basketball.
Okay, again, I couldn't get again.
I settle for football instead of basketball.
Okay, but you like basketball. But you know, you
Yes.
settle. So you say that, okay, my first choice is basketball. I don't know, but I don't have a chance to play. So I settle for, yeah, that was really good. Okay, so you can use it well. Okay,
Yes.
let's do one moment to check the line here. As you know, I need just one moment, please. Oh, okay, now it's better. Well, now the next one, settle in. Okay, when you settle in something, for example, or you settle in, you become familiar with somewhere new. So you can use it, as I told you, you can use it, but it has a different meaning. So with to become familiar with somewhere, for example, you move in a new house, or you start a new job, or you go to a new school, and you feel comfortable and happy. So we say settle in. For example, oh, we moved into our new house and I totally settled in. So it's
Yes.
okay. You can use it. So it means to become familiar with somewhere new, such as a new house, job, school, etc. Okay.
Yes.
So let's do an example. For example, let me help you.
Yeah.
Once
Uh,
yeah,
I,
okay, say.
um, my favorite basketball player have just been transferred to another um, basketball club, so he need to settle in his team.
Of course, just you don't need. Okay, say settle in. Yeah, it's okay, but you can say he just needs to settle in. It's just enough. So you need to actually add something else. Yeah, that was really good because you actually gave your detail about the new team. So of course you don't need just yeah, of course he needs to settle in. Well,
Yeah.
okay, the next one, settle into somewhere, as I told you, to become comfortable in a place or doing an activity. For example, oh, I think students settled into their desk and look out their notebooks. For
Yes.
example, after moving, I don't know, to new house, okay, I settle into my new house or something like this. So it means here to become comfortable, okay, in a place or an activity. Doing, of course. Okay, it's your turn.
Mm, I need to settle into this math assessment,
Yeah,
though I didn't like it as well.
yeah, of course. And settle on, as I told you. So settle something, and okay, so that's really important. For example, you can say, have you settled on a name for baby? So as I told you, to make a final decision about something or agree or accept something. So settle on, normally settle something on somebody. For example, you can use it. Okay,
Yes.
so you can say to make a final decision or to accept something. Okay. Well, just let me say something. Settle something on somebody, okay, is different from settle on or open something, okay? So the first one, because you use settle on, because of this I said. So first of all, settle on or open something means to choose something or decide to do something after, after considering it carefully. So, for example, I researched and, for example, I want to settle on, I don't know, a website, for example, okay, to do something, okay, on the side, so something like this. So you can say that settle on or open something, that is to choose something or decide to do something after considering it carefully. Okay, so let's do an example.
Teacher, but this level of meaning is C1 or C2 or B2, teacher.
This one,
Yes.
definitely, no, not B. We don't have this phrasal verb. Of course, it's C2.
Yes.
C1, this is something that you need for your IELTS because, since you are using, you need to know the difference because, even one mistake can ruin everything in your IELTS answer. So that's really important. No, we don't say phrasal verbs. Of course, we teach phrasal verbs to students, maybe in level B. So of course, it's really normal, but different types of phrasal verbs. So of course, we teach them in advanced way, of course, when they can understand C2. When you finish your level and you are higher B2, and you're going to start, okay, a new level that is C1 or C2, now it's time to learn more advanced alternatives like, for example, okay, now you need to know if you change a preposition in these phrasal verbs, the meaning can totally change. So this is C1, upper C1. Let me say something about C2. C2 is definitely different from what you think. For example,
Yes.
C2 means native, okay? But it's like, for example, when you don't understand something, okay? Excuse me, I didn't understand. Could you repeat it again? I'm sorry, what did you say? Now, level is going up and up. The last one, C2. Huh? I want to say that the level C2 is the most natural level. We don't make any complicated, so it's okay. I want to say that in level C2, you know everything, but you don't need to. You don't
Yes.
need to do all complicated. You need to speak naturally. Idioms, phrasal verbs, collocations, and slangs, of course. Well, Okay, so just let me write here because this one is different. While you're thinking about settle on something is different from settle something on somebody. Because it means, as I told you, do you remember, to make a final decision about something?
Yes.
Okay, or to accept, to agree. For example, I have settled on a name something for the baby, for someone. Okay, well, it's your turn to do examples using settle on or upon something and settle something on somebody.
I settled on the logo for my basketball club.
Okay, yeah, okay. And settle something on somebody.
I settled um I settled the final scores for my student. No, on my students. Yes.
Okay, yeah, okay. So you settled on, okay, final score for example, your students. So I think you settled on, yeah, can be, but actually they is something related to your students, not you. You don't
But
make decision because you know they get.
yes,
Yeah, it's
teacher.
not, yeah.
Why you write that settle something on somebody, but the example is for somebody.
Of course, look, settle something. I settled on a name that is something, okay, for the, okay, yeah. Settle, you mean why I wrote settle something on somebody? Okay, settle something. Okay, settle, we settle on something for somebody, you can say. We normally use it this way. We settle on something, okay?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, and settle up. Yeah,
But
when,
yeah,
yes,
can
yes.
I refer this sentence to I have settled a name on the baby.
Of course you can say. Why
Ah,
not?
yes.
Of course they're the same. Yeah. And settle up. Settle up. Ah, when you need to pay money to someone because you owe them. For example, I say, okay, you buy the tickets and I will settle up with you. Just settle up with you later. Okay, so settle up, let me write, means to pay someone the money that you owe them. For example, I say, would you like to settle up now? You want to pay my money? Okay. Or you can say, if you want to use, like, let me write something here, an example. For example, I say, you buy the tickets and I will settle up with you later. So if you want to add your object or object pronoun with. So that's really important. Here is the difference between what I said and what you said. You can settle on something, it's okay. but you can settle on something for someone. Okay, so we can add a preposition here. I can say you buy the tickets and I'll settle up, or I'll settle up with you later. Okay, so this one.
Yeah.
It's your turn. Do an example.
Settle up. Yeah. With. Okay. Hmm. Settle up. So what am I gonna do? Um. I'm in need. I'm in need of money now. Can you settle up with the money that you owe me?
Just, you don't just say, when you say, I need money, can you settle up with me? That's okay. I understand that you mean money. It means to give money, so it's okay. You don't need to add money here. So settle
Yes.
up here, yeah? Okay, so you don't need to say money. Well, and we have idiom. So, settle the score. Can you guess the meaning of this idiom?
Settle the score. This means I think let's gain a high score.
No. No, it's
Or,
not. Okay, so because this is
uh,
idiom, as you know, idioms are really different from the meaning that they actually have and they carry. So we have different. So first of all, let's talk about settle the score. It means settle the score to do something to someone because that person did something harmful or insulting to you in the past. For example, your friend, your classmate did something insulting or harmful to you last week. Now you want to do something because they did. Okay, so the meaning of, let me write it here. Do something to someone because that person did something harmful or insulting to you. Okay. For example, I say, after being embarrassed in front of the class, she, I don't know, she was determined to settle the score, to settle the score. So it
yeah.
means because she did something wrong. Okay. For example, uh, you can say, okay.
Hmm.
For example, you need to use a person, maybe you need to use all your wealth and power to settle all the scores, what you did wrong in the past. Okay? Okay.
That you um that you be harmful or you harm to someone.
Yeah, of course. It can be insulting. For example, when we say all the score, here all the score means something that you did in the past and it was not okay. It was insulting, it was harmful to someone. Now you want to
But
do something maybe to cover it, you know?
but teacher, you write
Yes.
this here. Do something to someone that person did something harmful to you.
Yeah, of course. So you can do it. That the person did something harmful to you in the past. So you can say, okay, you can say both. You can do because something you did, or you can do because someone else did. So it's okay. You
Ah,
can use, yeah. Here, you want to settle the score. It can be you or another person. Okay? That
yeah.
person did, here, let me say something. Do something to someone because that person, someone did something and that person now, and that was harmful or insulting, and now that person wants to do something, maybe to actually make the condition, the situation better. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. For example, I make you wait for 1 hour, okay? I make you wait for 1 hour. And here I need to settle on my old score. I did something wrong with you. Yeah? Get it?
Settle on.
Settle
Settle
on.
on. My,
Yeah, of course, settle on. You can say, if you want, you can say settle on an old score, or for example, settle though both are the same. So you can say, well,
yes.
you do. So settle old score. Do an example.
Hmm.
You want to punish someone.
Um. Please keep all the conflicts, and I settle the score. I settle all of my scores.
Yeah, very good. What I did. Yeah, I've got try to settle my old scores. Especially old is really good adjective here because you refer to the past, so you can say. So basically, simply, to punish someone for something wrong that they did in the past, and maybe you cannot forgive, so you can use it, or you yourself can do it because you're not happy with what you did. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And the last one. Okay, settle your affairs. So it means to decide what will happen to, I don't know, your position after your death, usually by making illegal documents. So you know that? Okay, I want to know what will go in, what will happen for to my home. I want to give it to my children, for example, or to charity. So to decide what will happen to your position, something that you own after your death, usually by
Yes.
making a legal document. So I need to settle my affairs because I want everything to be clear. So this is the last one. Okay, let me write. To decide what will happen to your, okay, possession
Yes.
after your death. Usually, I don't know, you make some legal documents. Okay. Well, now is it clear? Now you know how to
Yes.
use this phrasal verb. Okay, so
But I
yes.
I'm excuse me. I still have a question for settle on something. Can I use settle on in writing just one? It's like the something settle on uh the figures. That's about for example, like the percentage of car settle on uh 50% of the city,
Oh,
because I s- I
what?
heard my friend told me that yes, my friend told me that his teacher say that we can write settle on in the writing task one, and I think that is doubtful, so I need to ask you again.
Okay, so let me say something. As I told you, settle on to. So could you say how to use it because that's really important. Yeah, as I told you, when you want to make decision, or for example, when you after thinking about something, for example, okay, could you please repeat your example again so that I say if you can use it in this example or no?
Yeah,
Could you say your example again?
yeah. Um, the percentage of the car
Percentage
settled
of
on.
car.
Yeah, it's just an example in writing just one of the car settled on about approximately 50% of the city from, for example, 1995 to 2000.
Yeah, you can. Okay. You can use it, but I don't know. It's not something that I really like to use. It's not. Yeah, of course you can see. For example, when you talk about price of something, you can use it. Okay. Yes, when you want to use it as the meaning of set, yeah, it's okay. You can use it. Yes, of course, because uh, that makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah,
that makes sense. So I say that because, as I told you, you can use it. For example, here, as you said, it means like set or fixed. Yeah, that's okay. You can use it, but it's not something that I would like to use. You know, maybe I don't know. Let me say something about writing task one. As you know, different words, phrases, okay?
yeah,
But what you use is really important. Maybe it's your choice, maybe it's someone should, but it's not mine. Okay. So, and especially settle on, for example, when you say, yeah, you're talking about something, I don't know, I don't like it. But it's okay. You can, it makes sense, but I don't like it. It's not
yeah.
something that I really like. It's to me, it's like, I don't know. It's like there are. I don't like it. I don't know. It's
But
not something that because it's not. Yes.
it's like settle on is is it the same meaning with like if I say the percentage of the car settle on 50%, is this the same meaning with
No, it's not. It's different. It's different. It's not settle on. So you want to say that this person settle on, for example, 50%. You mean?
no?
Because I can't get what you exactly mean. This one is,
Because I didn't finish my questions.
yeah, okay. Because yeah, of course you can finish it. Okay.
Uh, it's like is the previous example is the percentage of the car settle on 50%. No, yeah, 50% of the city. Is it the same meaning with the sentence that the percentage of the car mm, has about 50%?
Oh, no, no, they're different. Just let me say, if you want to use, you can settle an amount, but you don't say settle on. It's different. Here you are making phrasal verb that is different. Maybe your friend meant actually, for example, you can settle an amount. Okay. That's okay. It means access your finance or something like this, the person. It's okay. Or you can use the noun settlement. Okay. So that
Set
is you settled. Yeah, of course. So for example, settlement percentage, okay, could be between 30 to, for example, and 50. But here, settle on is different. You know, as I told you, this preposition, actually the problem with this preposition, you can use the verb settle, okay, it's okay. But settle on, different. So settle, settlement, they can be used for example, percentage, okay? But settle on is different. Okay, get it?
Yes.
Well, so because when you say settle, it means you agree. To agree, the verb settle means agree, okay? For example, and you can use it. But when you add preposition, you definitely change the meaning of this verb, okay? For
Yes.
example, when you reach an agreement, when you reach a decision, you can say settle, okay?
Yes.
Just now, is it clear?
I think it's very clear now.
Yeah, okay, well. And now, okay, so after this long discussion about settle and just settlement, another one said, just let me say settlement, that is a noun. Settlement is agreement. So especially an official, yeah, so you can argument or for example, I don't know, we need to negotiate a settlement agreement. So you can use this, okay? For example, uh, we agreed to a $10,000 settlement. Okay, so agreement. This one is different.
And
Well,
and
yes, yes,
and agree has the same meaning with settle.
of
Agree.
course. Of course, you can say settle. Yeah, means agree. Yeah, just settle. Settle on, settle in, settle in. No, settle. Okay. For example, when I say perfect, that's all settled. Agreed. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
Teacher, can I have time to take note?
of course, yes. Why not?
Yes. Settle. And this means that agree can be replaced to settle in writing text too.
Definitely yes.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm finished, teacher.
Okay. So, well, so let me ask you my last question because, there is no more time. So let me ask you my last question about family. We couldn't talk this topic, but we talked a lot. Just let me say something. Phrasal verbs. Okay, I can't ask another question. Let me say something about phrasal verbs and collocation. If you
Yeah.
want to boost your score, if you want to actually get a high score band in your specialist speaking, that's really important to use idiomatic phrases, collocations, and phrasal verbs because no one knows how to use them. Most of students make mistake when using, especially, only a preposition. Yeah, we teach some basic, simple ones, okay, uh, for B1, B2, but after when it comes to C, level C is definitely different. So you need to know more complicated words and phrasal verbs. So, and just remind me, next session, I will describe types of phrasal verbs because sometimes that separable, inseparable, that you can't divide or you can't separate two parts of phrasal verb, and we have some other type of phrasal verbs, three parts. Okay, so they include three parts.
Yes.
One phrasal verbs consisting of two parts and another preposition. So for example, look forward to. So it's another phrasal verb. So just remind me to talk about this later. Okay, it's time to go. Any
Yes.
questions, any issues?
I think this today is very, I think clear now. Yes.
Okay, that's great. So have a great Sunday and goodbye.
Goodbye. Yeah. Have a nice day. No, I think
I
that's
need to
now.
go. Yeah, of course, I need to go and do something, some night activity. So, of
Yes,
course.
yes.
Okay,
Okay.
goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye, teacher.